To all my ladies and lads out there, welcome to episode 9. We're almost at double digits. Next week will, in fact, be episode 10. But for a podcast like this, it should be illegal to be this good. And the reason I say illegal is one of our fellas, arguably, in a lot of people's books, the number one receiver in all of football, Mr. Tyreek Rizzy Hill.
Tyreek who?
Rizzy Hill.
Rizzy Hill.
He got slammed by the cops.
He did get slammed.
Right before the game. And then he scored an 80-yard touchdown and then did a handcuff celebration. So we're going to talk about that, but before we get started, we're actually
Sipping on
sponsored.
some wild cherry Pepsis today.
Sponsored by Mini Cherry Pepsi. So as always, I am BK.
And JVD, cheers. This is really delicious.
Yeah.
It's a very nice treat for a Sunday afternoon.
I asked him, I said, do you want a Mini Cherry Pepsi? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm just kidding. Fuck you, I don't have one. And he's like, wow, that actually sounded really good. And then I let him sit there for 5 minutes thinking about it. And then I'm just kidding. I actually had him.
You had him.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Full of jokes.
Yeah, we're little hooligans today.
Full of jokes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't have too much detail on why he was pulled over. I feel like it was kind of like another Scotty Scheffler type situation.
I think he was like violating something.
Was he actually committing a crime?
It doesn't seem like it.
Because like I saw a video of like a police officer coming and like body slamming him.
Oh yeah, he got slammed.
Like what the heck? I don't know.
Yeah, but I always wonder how those situations go because
Yeah.
like I don't really think it ever is justified for you to slam. I mean, nah, I take that back.
There are
There
situations where it's justified, but
There are situations
For, like-
where a nice little RKO is valid.
like look at that right off the bat. We have a guest appearance from both cats. Can you believe that? But anyways, I don't know exactly the situation that occurred. However, he's still good at football.
Oh, he's very good at football.
The arrest did not have anything to do with his performance today because he played pretty good.
Yeah, 80-yard touchdown with the handcuff celly. So you already know the thumbnail is gonna have something to do with that. So please
Wow.
click.
Please
Please click. And if you did click, you're watching.
Yeah, look at that.
Let's go. But yeah, it's been a good week for the fellas.
Oh,
Me, a
fantastic.
Cowboys fan. Great day. Absolute schmucking of the Browns. And then we got a Bears fan over here.
Bears fan, hats from Costco. We're Costco guys.
Yeah. We bring the boom.
Yeah, but I think let's go ahead and riff a little bit, talk a little bit about our teams real quick, and then
I said we start with the Bears because they played first.
Sure. We
So-
talk about our teams, and then we'll dive into the rest of what's happening around the NFL and college football as well. What a weekend it's been.
Oh, it has been quite a weekend.
Quite a weekend. A lot of football, a lot of good football. But yeah, today the Chicago Bears 1-0. Caleb Williams, first rookie quarterback to win his first game since 2021, I believe.
It was 2021.
And Caleb Williams himself did not play great. Let's say that. He did not play great, but
A lot of positives.
it takes a team to win a football game. And all of the other teams, besides the offense, really stepped up today. The defense and the special teams, both accounting for 14 points.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
Jonathan Owens, star of Hard Knocks, recovers a blocked punt, brings it into the end zone. Then we got Tyreek Stevenson. Shout out Carolina for letting us get him too.
Oh, yeah. Carolina, they got mucked today.
They got
It
mucked.
was bad.
But classic Bears football win today.
Mhm.
Nothing has changed besides the fact that we have a lot of hope and promise, but it wasn't pretty, but we're 1-0. It doesn't matter. We're 1-0.
No, it was you showed up. The key to that one was I don't know what was going through Will Levis's head, but
Yeah,
he
I'm
was
mad.
about to get sacked, like spun around and like underhand sidearm tossed it for a pick six. He literally fell to his knees mid play and he's like, no, because he knew what he did, right?
Yeah, it's that,
Yeah.
last ditch trying to improvise, but it actually,
Take the sack.
like Mahomes does it, and Mahomes typically gets away with it, but not everybody's.
Caleb Williams tried to improvise, took a 19-yard sack.
That was a tough one, but I mean, as we all expected, there's going to be growing pains. Like he's not just going to come out, throw for 350 yards in his debut.
Yeah.
I mean, expectations were extremely high for a reason. He's the number one pick, but
Yeah.
it's going to take time for him to settle in and whatnot, but hey,
Yeah.
he got experience under his belt. They got the dub. That's all that matters.
I watched the full game. The one note I will say about Caleb Williams is that guy's pocket presence for a day one NFL starter, you could tell that is just in his DNA.
Yeah.
Like, he is so comfortable without even thinking. Because there's times where, like, the pocket would collapse, and, like, without even hesitating, he'll step forward, get past all the traffic, or he'll roll out. He's making great, like, throws on the run. There was one play where he took a 19-yard sack, but the thing was, he looks like a very hard guy to tackle behind the line.
He's also, I mean, that 19-yard sack, like, look, that's learning. Those are learning moments where it's like, all right, if you're getting barreled down, don't keep going backwards because difference. I mean, like, the NFL is different than college football. It's not like a Pac-12 D line coming at you. It's an NFL D line, and they're just gonna keep coming. So
yeah, they're gonna keep coming.
Yeah,
coming.
learning moments. You know what I mean? You gotta learn the game, but all in all, I'm very happy.
Yeah, it was.
That first half, I was like, what the heck? You know, I'm like mad.
I was financially invested.
Yes, as we all were. And then the Bears somehow ended up coming out and covering too, which was fantastic. So
The pick six is what changed
Pick
everything.
I mean, the block,
Some great plays.
Good dub.
Whoever had that strip sack coming off the end right behind Will Levis knocked it out.
Daryl Taylor.
That was a great play.
We just got him too. We traded like a 5th-round pick for him from Seattle. I think he had 2 sacks today. Like, he's like a backup for Montez Sweat, and he did great.
Bears defense
It's the real
going
deal.
to be a problem this year. Second half last year, they were very, very best in the league.
I mean, Eberflus.
Or one of them.
Say what you will about Eberflus, but he knows how to coach a defense, and they showed up today. Special teams showed up.
You know how to glaze the defense.
Offense did enough.
Sure.
Did enough.
Yeah.
We got the dub.
But,
and then the Dallas Cowboys.
The highest paid NFL player in history, Dakota Hudson Prescott.
Yes.
Dak Prescott. They had quite the game today. Absolutely pummeled the Browns. Second half, you could tell they were just trying to like run the clock out.
Right.
They were doing enough. Brandon Aubrey might be the best kicker in football. He
Right.
lined up for a 66-yarder, nailed it with ease, but delay of game, and then they sent him out for a 71-yarder, and they didn't do it. They called timeout, the Browns anyways. But yeah, I think he had 15 points. He had 4 field goals, 3 extra points. It was a good game.
Aubrey,
Brandon Cooks, touchdown. Zeke Elliott, he was impactful in his coming
Zeke
back.
Elliott,
He had
looked good today.
50 yards.
I thought he was just pretty bad last year in New England. I didn't think he had much left in the tank, but he played pretty good today. So I mean, I would be you're a Cowboys fan. I'd be pretty optimistic about Zeke because
I was pessimistic until today.
exactly that's what I'm saying. I was as well. But going back to Aubrey real quick, he would have tied the record for the longest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know trust me, they were talking about it.
Justin Tucker.
But Zeke, the 2 things I noticed the most about him are the guy's a power back, and last year we had problems in the red zone. So the biggest thing about what Zeke can do is he could barrel right in the end zone through 5 yards. Red zone threat, big running back.
Yeah.
That's one. The second biggest thing I noticed was there's a few times where the pocket collapsed, and Zeke would go up there and absolutely just blow up a D lineman and at least give him Dak 2 extra seconds, and that is so valuable. So you have a big-bodied running back that is going in there, making plays, making the most out of his touches.
Well, that's what veteran running backs, that's why, if you're a veteran running back, even though you may not have the most explosive ability, as, rookies or younger guys, that we always see this in the NFL. It's they don't want to pay running backs, so they get younger guys, but the veteran running backs that have been in the league, they know how to do stuff like that. You know what I mean? The little things.
Yeah.
Where it's not just carrying the ball, but it's pass protection.
But
being good and stuff like that.
Yeah. A thing too I was kind of thinking about was him and Dak came in the league in the same year,
They did.
co-rookie of the years. If he sees someone trying to sack Dak, that's his brother. They came into the league together. They're probably so tight.
Yeah, well, I mean,
just being that close to your quarterback that,
sure.
you're not going to want to blow someone up. They try to do that,
No.
show out. Zeke is a guy who grinds.
No, he's a grinder. He's a tough player.
Number
Hard-nosed
15
football
now.
player. But yeah, on the other hand, though, the Browns looked bad. Browns looked really bad. I don't know.
Did the Browns look bad or did the Cowboys defense look good?
I think it was a combination of both.
Cowboys had like 6 or 7 sacks,
But
they had 2 picks today.
I mean, the O-line did not help. I mean, yeah, Micah Parsons, like he's
DeMarcus Lawrence, even in Nealon, the guy from Western Michigan who got drafted 2nd round, he I think they said he had like 6 or 7 pressures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean
Micah Parsons.
It's a combination of the Cowboys D-line looking good and
It's a what?
Combination.
It's
a combination of the D-line looking good and the O-line not playing good. But I don't know, if you're the Browns, do you consider, how long does it take for them to consider putting Jameis in?
I think it'll happen sooner. They get Chubb back in a couple weeks.
I know they get Chubb back in a couple weeks, but I'm talking about Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. Amari Cooper had a bad game too, though. He was dropping balls. He wasn't running crisp. He didn't look like prime Amari Cooper that we all know.
I mean, this is also first game of the year type.
That's true.
Type thing. So a lot of these guys didn't play much in preseason. So today was like their final preseason.
That's
game.
true. Shout out to Micah Parsons. He had a sick play where he was on the edge, jumped up and tipped the ball high in the air, goes right up to Eric Kendricks for a pick, turned into 3 points right before half.
Mm-hmm.
He looked good.
Yeah, he did look good.
Myles Garrett was lining up against a rookie left tackle, and Guyton actually held his own.
He was drafted pretty high in the first round, right?
Yeah, first round. He was like pick. It was like 25 up.
Yeah.
I don't remember what pick, but it was
That's
pretty late. But yeah, a lot of positives from Dallas. They look
happy days for both of us.
Yeah, they look to be a contender. That's for sure.
And happy weekend for me because also yesterday Iowa State in the Cy-Hawk Bowl versus the Iowa Hawkeyes, they took a 21-20 dub on a 50-yard field goal by a freshman with like 9 seconds left in the game. They took the lead.
That is
awesome.
He was very excited at Muskie Fest.
We were at Muskie Fest yesterday.
This guy was, he was hip hip hooray like every 3 seconds. He was like jumping up and down, skipping. He was very happy. He was gaily skipping. He was happy.
I sure was, wasn't I, Brian?
Yeah, he was skipping.
I was skipping. I was.
He said yippee.
A lot of hip hip hoorays.
Yeah, he did.
A lot of hip hip hoorays. But yeah, that was awesome. And then other awesome upset.
I know where you're going with this.
Represent the MAC and the great state of Illinois, Northern Illinois, pulling off the upset of a century versus number 5 Notre Dame.
And they are now ranked number 25.
They are now ranked number 25. Shout out MAC. We always show up. You know what I mean? Like, don't sleep on the MAC.
No, absolutely not.
These early games where it's like, I mean, this is like a 29-point spread, and they lost at home.
That's just pathetic. And Notre Dame is a fraud every single year, though.
Dude,
every single year they play great, they get ranked, and then they just lose.
Well, dude, it's their schedule. Like, they never, I feel like they will schedule like 2, because they're independent. They're not in a conference.
They paid $1.4 million to have NIU come play them at home.
Yes.
Yeah, which is funny. I know that's how it works, but
yeah, that's how these smaller schools get a lot of money. And they go like Western Michigan going to Ohio State and Wisconsin for the first 2 weeks. Like, chances are you're gonna get clapped in both those games, but you know what?
Most likely. For those that don't know, what happens is these big schools, they get to pay some of these smaller schools to go play them. And the thing is, you want to have some winnable games where you're going to smoke some people at home. So you give them money, and the team will get money that comes to play you. For instance, Northern Illinois, they get money, and then they get the televised game.
Right.
So they get a nationally televised game. So it's just a win-win for everyone.
It's a win-win-win.
Except this week.
It's a win-win-win for Northern Illinois. They get paid, they get on TV, and they get a dub. And now they're ranked.
Should they be ranked, though?
Dude, after you're a MAC school, the second week of the season, going to Notre Dame as a 29-point underdog and you win, yeah, you're ranked.
Yeah, but that could have just been a fluke game for all you know.
Well, dude, I mean, like, a fluke game. Like, I'm sure if they played them 10 times, they would lose 9 of them. You know what I mean? I
think that is an understatement. I think if you played them 100 times, they probably win like maybe 6 to 8 times.
I mean, I don't know what the money line odds were, but that will tell you exactly what the out of 100 chances how it would be. But hey,
I guess so.
That's sports though. You know what I mean? Like, it can be your day, it can be not your day.
Shout out Illinois.
Shout out
State
Northern
of the week.
Illinois. Shout out DeKalb. County.
Yeah.
County of the week.
Chicago sports. Great, just Illinois. Great weekend. So today, the Cubs won, the Sox won, and the Bears won.
It's fantastic.
I don't know when that happened last.
Probably a long time.
Yeah.
Even the Sox won, he said, which is just unbelievable.
I know. Andrew Benintendi, on a side note, 8 homers in his last 22 games. Unlike him.
It's not bad.
But yeah, just bouncing off our Illinois theme, the Pittsburgh Steelers had an old friend, Justin Fields. He started last minute, it was announced, because I guess Russell Wilson's dealing with a calf injury. Typical Justin Fields game, had like 150 passing yards, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, just... Hey, but they won. You know what I mean?
Had like 50 rushing yards.
Hey, they won. So, shout
yeah.
out Steelers.
Yeah, they did.
Shout out our good friend Seth Handy. Because he is the biggest Notre Dame fan I've ever met in my life. So it was fun to call him yesterday and chirp him a little bit.
Yeah, he did not like it.
He did not like it. He was upset.
I got it right here.
What do you got?
Fields, 17 for 23, 156 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. 14 carries, 57 yards, no touchdowns. He had a 43 QB rating.
It's not good.
Yeah, but it says QBR is 43, but it says RTG is 91.9.
Yeah, so there's two different... There's quarterback rating, which is the QBR, and there's like... on the other... I don't know. They're just on different scales. But...
And...
It's funny, though. Russell Wilson still warmed up. Even though he was inactive today, he still was warmed up and wore his shoulder pads during the whole game.
What a boner.
Dude, he's just like...
You're a boner for that.
He was like on the sideline with his headset on, wearing his uniform.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson is locked in.
Kirk Cousins was not.
Kirk Cousins was not locked in today.
You know what his QBR was? Take a guess. I'll tell you a stat line, you guess his QBR.
Okay.
He went 16 for 26, 155 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. What is his QBR?
33.
That's actually really close. It was 29.2. He had 1 rush for 0 yards, too.
He stinks. No, he doesn't. I think they're gonna figure it out.
Fraud alert. It's a bad day when Ray McLeod is your leading receiver with 52 yards.
Well, for the Falcons.
Yeah, and then Bijan, and then Pitts.
I don't
then
think
Mooney,
they.
then
I don't
London.
think they can be on fraud alert when they were never. You know what I mean? Like
they had high expectations this year. What do you
I
mean?
know, like high. Like, what do you mean high expectations? What were your expectations for them?
For them to make a playoff run. With the weapons they had, all they needed was a quarterback because Desmond Ridder sucked.
Yeah,
that guy had no business being a quarterback.
I mean, this is what we do as sports fans. We overreact. Kirk could very well come out next week and throw for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Like, we know he's got that in him.
That's what I'm saying. That's why there's expectations because
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins is proven.
Yeah. So, but
Exactly.
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's one game. A lot of game left. A lot of season left. But actually, right now, it is currently 7:22 p.m. on a Sunday night. So we're watching Sunday Night Football, and the Rams and the Lions are about to kick off. And we both predicting today the Rams are going to win in Detroit.
Okay, you know what though?
What?
I was actually waiting all day for Sunday night.
Yes, we have it on the TV, but we missed the new Kelly Clarkson song.
I was waiting all day.
Oh, is that her name? It's not Kelly Clarkson.
I don't know.
Somebody. Whoever sings that, but they always change it every year, so we missed the first one.
Ingrid.
Oh well.
Ingrid.
No.
The national anthem.
Wonder what happened to her.
How
she's doing.
New kickoff rules. So she's in rehab. So
New kickoff rules. So today was our we got a lot of exposure to it today. It seems like teams are, I think the expectation, at least mine was that teams were really just going to at the beginning, just boot the balls out of the end zone. But they're not.
But you start at the 30.
I know.
But
that's what I figured, but they're not. They're
Blake Corum is returning kicks.
They're not. They're not at all doing that. A lot of them are just kicking it. I mean, this one's going to go in the end zone, but there's been a lot more than I expected. And then the Cardinals, first kickoff return touchdown in history like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a good day for special teams in
Cardinals
general.
had a good game today. I almost took it down.
I didn't really watch it just because, I wanted to see Caleb Williams debut, so tuned into that.
Yeah, no, but like just following along with the scores.
Yeah, I could see that the Giants got clapped. I saw some funny highlights of our boy Daniel Jones.
He stinks.
You know who doesn't stink? Anthony Richardson.
Guy's a fantasy quarterback.
9 completions for 200 plus yards. That just shouldn't happen. That is unreal.
Yeah, he is really good.
Yes, he is.
Anthony Richardson's really good. I mean, he showed it last year before he got hurt. Like, he had some explosive games. It's going to be fun to watch him. They've got some good players over there in Indianapolis. I mean, who knows what they could do something this year.
Him and Stroud are going to have a rivalry for quite some time, I think.
He didn't end up pulling out the game over the Texans, but both quarterbacks look great. Richardson has a pretty good connection with his young wide receiver Alec Pierce from Cincinnati. He had like 130 yards today, touchdown, 80-yard catch. So, congrats to the Colts, even though you lost today. If you're a Colts fan, you're pretty happy though. You're pretty happy with how today went. That's for sure.
Yeah, I would say so. Stephon Diggs, 6 catches, 33 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Taylor, reliable. Pittman, only 31 yards.
Alec Pierce had the day.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Pierce had the day.
Ashton Doolin, 1 catch, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
You know who didn't have a day? The Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, I actually am really surprised that a Jacoby Brissett-led New England Patriots were the ones to upset and beat. And the thing is, that's what I was talking about, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, with this whole Jamar Chase thing. He's crying about a brand new contract, and then he says he's going to play, they get upset like that. It's like, dude, win games.
They were bad. They were bad today. They were in Cincinnati. I'm happy they lost because I'm in a survivor pool. So you pick a team each week to win, and then once you pick them, you can't use them again. And Cincinnati was the most picked team across the board. So I picked the Seahawks. I'm 1-0. A lot of people are not. A lot of people took an L today.
So you're just out once you lose.
No, you're not. So it's like a pool of like 150 people.
Yeah, I thought whoever goes undefeated, the longest wins.
Yeah, exactly. But a lot of time, typically how it actually ends up is like the winning. So the first through fifth place get money. Maybe like first and second, or typically just like first place goes undefeated. It's really hard to do that. And then second place through like 5 is typically 1 loss, so you can get away with it. But it's actually, if you're going to have 1 loss, it's actually better to do it at the beginning of the year because then you can build up another streak. Like the worst is when you go 7 games and you lose 1, then you you know what I mean? You have to build up another
I guess
streak.
that makes sense.
Because tiebreaker is longest win streak, so.
I just feel like it's not a good move to pick like the best team against the worst team. I feel like those always get you. I remember this one year where I think it was the Jets were so bad and they were playing the Rams and they ended up upsetting the Rams. And I had like a lot of money on the game. I'm like, this is why you just can't put money on these heavy favorites.
Well, typically they will. Typically they will win, but week 1 is always for me like the hardest because it's like you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know who's gonna.
The Patriots-Bengals spread was like the biggest spread of the day, and yeah, they lost outright.
They had a play where they like almost got in the end zone, and then the ball got punched out at like the 1-yard line. It was crazy. Jabril Peppers, he was wearing that the new cap over the helmet for concussion protocol. I thought that was super interesting.
Yeah,
why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
If it doesn't hinder your performance, then you might as well.
I saw someone say drip comes first. Drip comes before CTE. It was like Antonio Brown's burner, maybe?
Yeah, probably. Probably was his burner.
Vontaze Perfect really set that guy up for life.
But going back to, dude, the Patriots just ran all over them. Ramondre Stevenson, 25 carries, 120 yards.
That's why. Touchdown. I don't know why they got Zeke last year when they had Ramondre.
Ramondre's good. Looks like we're going to have a defensive battle tonight. Yeah. Rams and Lions both go 3-and-out to start the game.
I suggested the over of 54.5, and he said, I don't like that. And I was like, maybe you're right.
A lot of game left, obviously, but my thing is always, if it's a primetime game, I'm not taking the over. Typically, I'll take the under on a primetime game. I just feel like a lot of times primetime games kind of, especially Thursday night. It's my favorite bet in football.
I can't bet the under in a game. I'd rather not bet it at all.
Well, dude, nothing.
Because the under's lame. It's like, oh, no point, don't score.
You know what's not lame?
Huh?
Winning money.
That's true.
That's not lame.
You could win it any other way. You
Dude,
could.
There's just something about like a Thursday night football game in like mid-November, and you're like, yeah, under 43 points and under 43 and a half, and like at halftime it's like 7-3, and you're like, let's fucking go. You know what I mean? The under is nice because you start out winning right away. The game starts and you're already winning. You wait to lose, whereas the over you have to wait to win.
I guess.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's just me. That's just me. But
Mr. Summary over here.
Going back, yeah, Mr. Summary over here. The Bengals also got rid of Joe Mixon, and Zach Moss didn't do much today.
And Joe Mixon did much
a lot.
today.
Joe Mixon did a lot.
Zach Moss did not do much. Joe Mixon did do much.
I couldn't believe that the Bengals were gonna roll with Zach Moss this year. Like, I feel like he's just super average. When they are a team that has Super Bowl aspirations.
I kind of thought Mixon was super average too.
I don't know about. I mean. But Mixon had that in his bag. You know what I mean? Like, he can pop off for 130 yards. Like, I don't think Zach Moss can ever do that.
I think he can.
I don't know. Zach Moss is just all right.
The Patriots are the team you would want to do that against.
The Patriots, hey. If you follow along with the channel, I did make a short discussing. Well, we discussed this in a previous episode. Is Gerard Mayo doomed? Is he doomed? In New England.
He's boomed.
He's certainly not doomed.
Boomed.
He played well today. I think he's gonna be a good coach though. So.
He seems to be. I'm looking over at this Cardinals-Bills game and 34-28.
That's right. Yeah, I know. That was a good game. Marvin Harrison Jr. Where were you, bro? Where were you?
He's a rookie. I think he
didn't do anything for me on my fantasy team, that's for sure.
Buda Baker, 10-tackle game. It really seems like no particular player went off for the Cardinals.
No.
They had a defensive touchdown by DJ Dallas. One rush touchdown for... Was it just a bunch of field goals they scored?
Kyler Murray threw a touchdown. James Conner.
Oh, they also had a return.
Yeah, the kick return.
Oh, that was DJ Dallas. Why is that in Arizona defensive? What a weird...
Defense, special teams.
I guess so, yeah. I mean,
but
Prater...
The Bills squeaked out on top.
Yeah, let's see what the Bills ended up doing. 2 touchdown passes and 2 rushing touchdowns for Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
That probably puts him high up in the MVP ranking.
Well, I mean, we talked about this. Do you think he's trash? I don't.
I think he scores a lot.
You don't think he's trash, but
I just think he's very overrated.
Right, I don't. I think he's a good quarterback, and
oh my God.
What?
I'm just looking at the receiver core.
For the Bills?
It's disgusting.
For the Bills?
Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakur, Mac Hollins, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Curtis Samuel, Ray Davis, and Ty Johnson.
Keon Coleman's going to be good.
I think he could. Yeah.
Curtis Samuel also, like, I mean,
veteran, reliable.
Yeah, exactly. But
it's like Brandon Cooks a little bit. But
there was a point though where, like, I mean, compared to what they had like 2 years ago with Diggs and Gabe Davis, like everyone thought Gabe Davis was gonna be a beast, but he like just didn't. He just never he had like one big season. And
where'd he go? Jacksonville?
Yeah, he's in Jacksonville now. We might as well talk about that game now, huh?
Yeah, came down to a buzzer beater field goal.
Buzzer beater.
Tyreek Hill. 80-yard touchdown. That guy is just nuts.
Looking at the stats, Trevor Lawrence didn't have a great game. Cartavius Bigsby.
What a name.
A.K.A. Tank Bigsby.
Cartavius.
I did not know that was his first name. Cartavius.
Cartavius is what I'm going to call the Cardi now. Can you pass the Cartavius, please?
Cartavius Bigsby, 12 rushes, 73 yards. Gabe Davis actually had 3 receptions for 62 yards today. So he actually kind of played.
I am sitting on the Cartavius.
Oh no.
Please pass the Cartavius. I'm just wondering where the Cartavius is. Where's it at?
Tua though. 338 yards and a touchdown. Tyreek Hill had 130 yards. Jalen Waddle had 109.
You know what happens
Devin
with Tua?
A-Chain had 76 pass or receiving yards.
You know what Tua's deal is? He'll play like really like mid teams or semi above average teams go off, and then the second he plays like a real team, he just gets smoked.
Well, that was last year. We'll see if anything can change.
I don't think Tua has enough to. He's a solid quarterback, definitely top 15.
Yeah.
Probably around like 11, 10.
I'd put him. I don't know. He's sneaking the top, but like, dude, their offense is explosive. So
Oh yeah,
that's
they got the guys.
Yeah. They sure do.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know what the Jags are gonna do this year.
Yeah.
Honestly.
We also had the Chiefs and the Ravens kick off the season. I was working, I was unable to watch it, so you're the man of the hour.
That was what a way to start off the NFL this year. That was an insane game. I mean,
yeah, that's just that's. I mean, I don't know if you could call Mahomes and Lamar a rivalry when Mahomes is 5-1 versus him.
it's a rivalry.
I don't think so. A rivalry means even.
You hate Lamar.
I just don't think Lamar's what everyone says he is.
Okay, listen to this though. He had 273 yards, a touchdown, and he also ran for 122 yards.
How many wins did he get that game?
0.
Oh wow!
He also played the Chiefs.
You know what though? I was getting grilled by these fellows at Muskie Fest yesterday because I told them Dak Prescott had a better season than Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson just had one more win, so he got the MVP. Dak led the league in passing touchdowns. Did Lamar? No.
No, but he also led the league in rushing from the quarterback position.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good.
Wow.
How many MVPs has Dak won?
None. How many Super Bowls does Lamar have?
How many Super Bowls does Dak have?
Exactly. We're in the same conversation.
They both have 0, except one guy has 2 MVPs, one has 0.
You know where they ended up at the end of the season? They were both on the couch.
They were. Only one team can win the Super Bowl.
They can. And
Only
it's not
one.
Lamar's team.
They could.
There was a game where Derrick Henry threw more touchdown passes than Lamar did.
Yeah. Sometimes players throw 0 touchdowns. You hate Lamar.
I just
Certified
think he's
Lamar
overrated.
hater. Look.
He's not bad, but he's overrated. He's so overrated.
He's a 2-time MVP. He's not overrated.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He's overrated. Lamar Jackson is overrated. Book it.
We had this. I mean, he has a really silly take.
It's not silly.
He'd rather have Dak Prescott as his team's quarterback
Yes,
than
I
Lamar
would.
Jackson.
Dak Prescott makes plays. That
So
guy
is Lamar Jackson.
Not with the arm. Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott has an arm so much better than Lamar Jackson. It's not even comparable. Oh my God! I can scramble around the pocket and then get loose and run. Oh my God! Look at me.
That's literally what separates him though. Like you can't deny that.
Yeah, but Josh
Dak does
Allen.
not
At
have
least
the
Josh
ability.
Allen slings the ball when he runs around.
Lamar, I mean, when your quarterback throws for 275 yards and rushes for another 125, like that's a 400-yard game.
And he lost.
He lost.
He lost.
He lost because Isaiah Likely's foot was too big. If his shoe size was one shoe size smaller, they would have won.
I just remember someone ranking Lamar Jackson above Patrick Mahomes this year. So I'm very happy that he lost to him in week 1. It's awesome.
Who ranks him above Patrick Mahomes?
I don't know, some retard.
Who?
We were talking about it. It was on ESPN's Instagram. I got fired up about it. I hate it. I am a Lamar Jackson hater.
Why? I don't know.
Seems like a nice guy. Nothing against him. I just hate the hype that he has.
I mean, he has hype for a reason.
He's never going to win a Super Bowl in his career.
That's your opinion.
When he's said and done and he has no Super Bowls, it's going to be my fact.
Like, how is Dak Prescott done in the playoffs?
You know what? He's the highest paid player in NFL.
How is he done in the playoffs though?
The same as Lamar.
The same as Lamar.
Yeah.
Sure.
A win here and there.
But typically, no.
You want to make a bet right now?
What?
The Cowboys go farther than the Ravens. If they go to the same place and they're eliminated same round or both don't make it, nothing happens. But You want to make this bet? $50 says the Cowboys make it farther than the Ravens. And if they same round they lose, it's a wash.
That's a tough one though. That's like
why? If Lamar Jackson's as good as you say he is,
team.
that should be an easy one.
It should be a comparison between the player, not like.
Oh right, so that's why because he got one more win for the QB award. That's why he got the MVP.
No, who said that? Who said that? That was the. Here's the.
All right, let's pull it up.
Here's the reason Lamar got the MVP is because he had one more win. Nobody said that. That's your assumption.
Right.
You're assuming that.
I've seen people say it.
No, well, I mean, like whoever's saying it, like that's not a thing.
Yes.
It's not a thing.
Or would that be 2023 passing stats? Yeah, no, that would be 2023. I'm not looking for team. What is this? Look at player stats. Passing, 2023. All right, let's see. Let's look at passing yards. Oh, wow. How many more passing yards did Dak Prescott have than Lamar Jackson? Take a guess.
Probably like 800.
900. He had 900 more passing yards.
Let's see how many more.
Dak was third in the league for that.
Should we see how many more?
Lamar Jackson had 24 passing touchdowns. Dak Prescott had 36.
How many more rushing yards and touchdowns did Lamar have?
Well, let's pull that up. Dak Prescott can move. He moves when he needs to.
Sure, but like Lamar it's different with Lamar.
I'm pulling up Dak's 2023 rushing stats. You pull up Lamar.
I got him. Looking. Okay.
He had 14.2 rushing yards per game. He had 250 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. So he had 38 total touchdowns.
Lamar had 821 rushing yards and 5 rushing touchdowns.
So even when you add that, Dak Prescott has more yards that he's responsible for and more touchdowns he's responsible for on the season. But here you are telling me that Lamar Jackson deserved the MVP over Dak Prescott. How does that make sense?
Dude, it's different though. Like the rushing yards it's different.
How?
It's not the same weight as a passing. You know what I mean? Like as a passing yard.
Okay, Dak Prescott still has 300 more yards total
overall,
rushing and running than Lamar Jackson does combined, and more touchdowns.
But like the disparity between rushing yards and passing yards is like
what are you juggling titties?
Yeah, it's different. It's different. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean. Explain.
It's different.
Explain.
Put it in the comments. Who would you rather have as your quarterback, Lamar Jackson or Dak Prescott?
Dak Prescott.
I know you would.
I know.
I sure do know you would.
I know. That's why you see Dak atop all of the passing leaderboards.
Wow.
Stud. Dog. Certified.
No MVPs.
He's 1-0. Lamar Jackson,
MVPs.
0-1.
He also played the Chiefs. I wonder what would happen if the Cowboys played the Chiefs today.
I feel like they would have put up one hell of a game.
And getting back to this whole beginning of what brought this up, yes, it was one hell of a game.
Do you need another Pepsi?
It was. I don't need another Pepsi. Too much sugar. It was one hell of a game. Some say that Lamar Jackson actually had a better game than Mahomes.
Maybe he did. But who got the win?
Mahomes got the win.
The 3-time Super Bowl champion got the win.
Mahomes had not even 20 more passing yards than him, and
5-1.
he threw an interception as well.
5-1.
5-1 what?
Head-to-head record.
Yeah, Mahomes is nobody's arguing that Mahomes is worse than Lamar. Nobody's arguing that. We're on the same page there. I think everybody's on the same page there.
Good.
But it was a hell of a game. The Ravens they had a shot. If Isaiah likely was, as I said, if he was a size 12 instead of a 13, they would have got a touchdown and gone for 2.
I don't know if they go for 2.
The Harbaugh was saying 2.
Oh, did he?
Immediately, yeah.
Oh.
When they were reviewing it,
I like that,
2.
though. I like the aggression.
I do, too.
Speaking of Harbaugh, we now have 2 Harbaughs in the league.
Since when?
Huh? Well, they were in for a while. They played a whole Super Bowl against each other. Let's Hey, Jamie, pull that game up.
Hey, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie. 22-10. I said the Chargers are going to be a lot better than everyone thinks, and here they are, 22-10 in the team.
The Raiders stink. The Raiders stink.
Leave Gardner Minshew alone.
I have no problem with Gardner Minshew.
257, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
Yeah, I have no problem.
95 rating.
Dude, but...
Not a bad game.
No. I mean, Herbert didn't have a great game. The Chargers just ran all over.
144 and a touchdown, 92 rating. Yeah, J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
Former Raven.
Well, they got both former Raven running backs. They got J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards in there now. So.
And we have one of our own going crazy during this white boy summer. The end of it. And that is Lad McConkey.
Lad. Congratulations, Lad, on your first NFL touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
What a guy.
I like the name.
Lad McConkey.
He is a name guy.
He's a name guy. He's a Mount Rushmore of names.
One day we're going to... 10, 20 years are going to pass, and we're going to be sitting around on a little boat, just having a few bevs. We're going to be like, wow, remember Lad McConkey? Yeah, I do. You know,
I
I
remember
made a couple Pro Bowls.
I remember his first NFL touchdown.
I do. Where were you for the Lad McConkey episode?
I was in my house having a burrito. Delicious burrito.
Joey Bosa had a sack today.
Joey Bosa.
Khalil Mack.
Bosa also forced a fumble.
Yeah. 1.5 sacks for Khalil Mack.
Look.
Mack the sack.
The Chargers, I think they will be better than they were last year.
That's not what you said a couple episodes ago.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. I said I don't think they're going to be good, but I think they're going to be better than they were last year. They have a lot of holes on their team still. Like, their defense is, they have Khalil Mack and Bosa, but those guys seem to get hurt every year.
Derwin James.
Like,
Asante Samuel Jr.
They have some holes, but, the Raiders.
Jasir Taylor.
The Raiders are not good. The Raiders are not good.
Puna Ford. Otito Ogbanya.
Say that one again. Otito
Ogbanya.
Bud Dupree.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was looking at Bud Dupree.
So that's a dub for the Chargers.
Puna Ford interception.
I'm pretty sure isn't he like a D lineman?
I have no idea, but he has an interception.
Moving along to my pick. My pick today. My survivor pick was the Seattle Seahawks to beat the Denver Broncos.
That was a good game.
They sure did do that. Closer than I anticipated. Bo Nix, not that great.
47.5 rating. Still better than Fields. Which doesn't make sense.
And he threw 2 picks.
That doesn't make sense, actually. Why is his rating better than Fields?
He threw 2 picks.
Fields didn't even throw a pick. Or, I don't know. That's why the rating system, it's so bizarre to me sometimes. It just doesn't make sense.
I don't know how it all works, but he did lead the team in rushing as well.
Yeah.
He had a touchdown rushing, but...
And then the Seahawks, Kenneth Walker had quite a game. He's turned it into a very good running back.
Mm-hmm. I knew he was going to be good in the NFL. He was so powerful at Michigan State.
Laviska Shenault went off. 2 touches, 1 yard.
Wow. Look at him go.
Yeah. The receivers did not show out for Seattle.
No, it was not a great
Lockett.
Not a great passing game.
6 for 77, and then no one else got over 29 yards. Metcalf and Charbonnet each had 29. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 19. You know his brother, Kanan Smith and Jigba, he's in the White Sox farm system, AAA?
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't know that until
Sure
a week or two ago. The more you know, guys.
The more you know. Study up.
Julian Love, Illinois guy. 12 tackles. 1 tackle for loss and a pass deflection. He went to Nazareth.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did. He just missed playing with J.J. McCarthy, I believe. I remember I was a freshman, and I was playing football, and they were in our conference, Nazareth, and everyone would talk about Julian Love, because he's, running back and DB, and that guy was a monster. Everyone was, scared of him.
Well, that's how it is in high school, when you're, going to be a future pro or a future, D1 athlete. You typically on both sides of the ball, and you're, the best player on the team.
He's good. Yeah, he's very good, Julian Love.
Good.
He had an interception too.
How about that? Where do you go to college?
I think he went to Notre Dame.
Right,
yeah, he did go to Notre Dame.
Sorry, Notre Dame.
He's 26 years old.
Nice. Okay. Young fella. But moving on to the last game of the week. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Pompa.
37. Oh, speaking of Tampa, how about Tampa Tom on the broadcast today for the Cowboys game?
Oh, Jaden Daniels had 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
2. I didn't know he had 2.
And I bet on Jaden Daniels to get a rushing touchdown. It was plus 285. I was like, you know what? I feel like he's going to get one today.
He actually had a really good game.
He had a decent game.
17, 24, 184, 93 rating, 16 carries, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns.
So does rushing matter?
If he gets you the win.
He didn't. He didn't win.
I just don't think it's feasible for a quarterback to be primarily rushing and then have great success.
They're not primarily
Great
rushing.
success. He had 17 completions, 16 carries.
Well, that's what rookies tend to do. If they are a mobile quarterback, they tend to early on in their career rely on their legs rather. You know what I mean? Like just to get out of trouble. So, he'll develop into a better pocket passer. I'm sure.
It seems like he has the tools to be good, but we need to
the second
see
overall
how
pick.
it is. Yeah, for
He
sure.
sure was.
Drake May doesn't even play.
Yeah,
I thought that was interesting.
I don't.
I guess. I thought for sure he would get some playing time.
He will.
Like week 1, I thought he'd be like instant, like
He
being
will.
a top 3 pick like that.
He will.
Oh yeah, no, I will. Brian Robinson, 12 carries, 40 yards, touchdown, 3 catches, 49 yards.
Yeah.
Brian Robinson's pretty good. Luke McCaffrey had a couple
Well,
catches.
that's the thing with Jaden Daniels. He had like seven of his 17 completions to running backs, which is
Oh my god.
fine.
Jaden Daniels had 3 fumbles. Didn't lose 1. So that changes my opinion on how good his game was. 3 fumbles?
That's not good.
And if you're going to run the ball? So
Secure the ball, Jaden.
you're going to run 16 times. I don't know if he got sacked and fumbled or what the
I don't know.
fumbles looked like, but still.
Lucky you did not lose any of them. But on the other hand, Baker Mayfield looked pretty damn good.
Oh, yeah.
24 for 30 for 290 yards, 4 touchdowns.
146.4 rating. Almost perfect.
He was good.
Almost a perfect QBR.
Baker is a guy where I think he's
Lucky
kinda
Irving,
set down.
9 for 62 yards,
Yeah.
huh? That's the guy from Oregon, right? Yeah, it is.
No, he's from. Oh yeah, he also went to. Minnesota, but he's from Chicago.
Wait, Kyle Trask had 2 rushes for negative 2 yards.
He probably kneeled twice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually probably is what happened. Yeah.
They probably took Baker out and he kneeled twice, and that's why he's
What a
negative
game.
2 yards.
I remember Kirk Benkert.
Ooh.
He's the Packers backup quarterback.
Hmm.
He makes he's all over social media. He makes a lot of videos analyzing quarterbacks, plays Madden. And I remember he said a take someone did and someone said his career rushing statistics. They're like, I have more NFL rushing yards than you. And he's like, yeah, I knelt the game out to win. Congratulations. How many wins do you have? Which is funny. But actually, we didn't really talk about the Eagles game.
Yeah, that's really the one we forgot to talk about, but.
And the Saints-Panthers, but there's no
Let's talk about that one real quick.
Saints-Panthers?
Yeah, Bryce Young sucks. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, he stinks. Andy Dalton got some snaps.
Dude,
Bryce Young, 161, 2 interceptions, 32 rating, and 4 carries for 12 yards and a touchdown.
Dude, Panthers are in hell, man.
Derek Carr, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's still ass. I would say Derek Carr's ass.
I don't think he's ass, but
The Cowboys are going to decimate them next week. The Saints?
we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
We'll see.
We will see.
We will see.
I'll be talking in high spirits.
Yes.
Wearing the same fit because I'm superstitious when it comes to that. So I only wash my jersey once the team loses, and then I wear the same undershirt.
That's why it smells horrible in here.
My brother in Christ, it's week 1. Best believe it was in the washing machine.
Wow. So, but the superstition, you might want to change your superstition because it never work.
Stop.
It never work.
I washed it after throwing it in the garbage after Green Bay. Don't worry about that.
We should post that. Last year he was in, where were we?
My
It was your
apartment.
it was your apartment.
It's on. It's
We
on my
told
shirt.
him to reenact Skip Bayless, and he did because he's a listener.
Hey, you're all listeners too.
He's a listener. But yeah, so Bryce Young stinks. Moving on to the Friday night game in Brazil. The Eagles with a big dub against the Packers. Jordan Love, MCL injury, out for an unknown period of time. How do you feel about that?
It looked like a dirty play by Jalen Carter.
I don't think it was a dirty play.
Kind of looked like it.
I think he just fell awkwardly, and you know what?
It looked like there was some intent with that.
I don't know.
Well, Love he had a QBR of 20. 260,
he only had he only had 50% completion rate.
Yeah, exactly. Jaden Reed
Had a great game.
Western Michigan alum before he went to Michigan State. He'd come to our frat house sometimes. He had bevs with us. There's some times where I would stand out there with him, and then there'd be one of our old linemen on a scooter, and we would let him kick kids out. He's a great guy,
Funny.
really nice dude.
But yeah, he had 4 catches for 140 yards. So that's pretty efficient.
And a touchdown, and he had 1 rush for 33 yards and a touchdown.
And a touchdown, right?
He's
a good
turning
player.
into a weapon.
He's a good player.
Help me out in fantasy playoffs.
Second round draft pick. Yeah, but now we'll see what happens though, because Malik Willis is not good.
Yeah, I got a rookie card of Malik Willis's that I am trying to sell. I actually sold it, and the guy didn't pay me, and he waited until Will Levis got drafted and then just refused to pay me. So I lost $80 from that. So I need him to have a good week or two so I can get that value back.
Oh, what a stiff arm! Did you actually send it to him?
No,
Oh no,
because he didn't pay me.
Yeah.
So I couldn't repost it in time for it to work out. Because my plan was to post it before the draft. Because yeah.
Oh well.
So that's unfortunate.
But yeah, I think the Packers might be on the struggle bus if they have to rely on him for 5 or 6 weeks.
Maybe they give Joe Flacco a call.
They probably should.
That's not a bad idea.
Realistically, that's actually a great idea.
Yeah, look at us. We should be
Tom
GMs.
Brady.
Behind the Banter GMs.
Tom Brady?
Tom
Brady, the Green Bay Packer.
The rookie? You mean Tom Brady the rookie?
I would be
The rookie announcer?
unbelievably upset if that was the case.
Yeah. That would be toughy.
That would just ruin my
That would be toughy.
season. Yeah, it would be toughy. That's facts.
Yeah, so
But yeah, we'll see. Hey, hate when a guy gets injured. Hate it.
we need to talk
It does
about
benefit the Bears.
Jalen Hurts. He had 2 interceptions and 2 fumbles.
Mm-hmm.
Lost 1 fumble, so he had 3 turnovers. 278 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. The real hero
Saquon.
is Saquon Barkley. 3 touchdowns on a brand new team. He is going to be like Christian McCaffrey 2.0, going from the Panthers to the Niners. That's pretty much what's going to happen with Saquon.
I think Saquon's awesome. I just hope he stays healthy.
Yeah, if he stays healthy, he might finish running back 1.
He could. He has that.
Yeah.
He has that ability.
But the thing is, the guy had 130-ish total scrimmage yards, 3 touchdowns. Great.
No, he's great. I drafted him on fantasy for a reason.
Yeah, so just, on that point, you said, in your opinion, A.J. Brown, top 5 receiver, 5 catches, 119 yards, and a touchdown.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's good, man.
He's good. I just don't think he's top 5.
That's fine. We'll see at the end of the year.
Yeah, that's a debatable one, though.
He's 5 for me. He's not 2 or. But yeah, just all around. To recap, extremely happy that football is back.
Oh, it's great.
It's great. And then right now we're watching the Lions Rams once again.
3-3. Dan
3-3.
Campbell works at Applebee's. See?
3-3, second quarter. Thank God this guy listens to my advice. He was going to take the over. It would not looking good.
I didn't want to bet that in general.
A lot of game left.
We're okay.
However, after tomorrow night, we have an awesome, incredible preview to bring to you.
For the Jets 49ers?
Yeah, it's going to be a great game.
I'm
very, what's the correct word I'm looking for here? I don't know what to expect from Aaron Rodgers this year.
Yeah, that's me too.
Yeah.
It's I want to say the Niners blow them out, but with Aaron Rodgers running the shit.
I don't think they're going to blow them out. The Jets are not bad, dude.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, if they didn't have Rodgers and they were putting Zach Wilson out there, I'd be Niners, whatever money you have, put it on them. But, just
Rodgers.
the fact, yeah. But they have Rodgers, so Currently, the Jets are plus 170. Niners are minus 200.
Where are they playing?
Huh?
Where are they playing?
I think it's San Fran. Oof, excuse me.
What on earth?
I don't know what that noise was. Where'd that come from?
Outside. Probably somebody throwing away their trash.
Oh, that's scary.
It is getting to spooky season.
Yeah. I saw a good bet. I believe Breece Hall scored touchdowns like plus almost 200.
No way.
Yeah, it probably changed, but I was
Not plus 2.
I
think it was. It's got to be like near even odds.
I would say I was perplexed to see a plus in front of him. I thought he'd be favored.
Well, I mean, it's very rarely that you do see like McCaffrey's the guy that like will be like a minus 200 any time, but like usually they're around even odds.
Hassan Reddick is doing them dirty though.
Who?
The Jets, because
Why?
he's just I don't want to play, so he's just not playing after he got traded from the Eagles. Like you're.
Why? Like the Jets are not bad.
I don't know. He wants a contract. It's like, dude, guys like that are babies. Like Hassan Reddick does not have the power to sit out and demand another contract. Like this isn't CeeDee Lamb. This isn't Jamar Chase. This isn't some major player. It's Hassan Reddick. Know your place, dude. Like, come on, fucking suit up.
Sissy wide receiver.
You know sissy wide receiver?
Yeah,
that's sissy.
they are
CeeDee
sissies.
Lamb, dog.
Yeah, they're good. He's good, but they act like little babies sometimes.
Yeah, that's my thing.
There's no doubt about that.
CeeDee Lamb had 3 rushes, 25 yards, and 5 catches, 61 yards. So quite interesting.
This is something real quick that we've been seeing a lot of. Players are like kickers are squib kicking it a lot now. I've noticed today.
Yeah, there's got to be a meta.
Like a lot of squibbies, a lot of squibbers today.
Little squib, are you?
Little squibberooski.
You kind of look like a little squib.
Oh, I am a squib.
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 Yeah.
So
that pretty much concludes
football.
I mean, the only other point that 2 things I wanted to say that I was looking at that I wrote down was I saw Trayvon Diggs get a penalty they called leg whip. Because he like tackled him and he rolled his leg back and like kicked him in the thigh and they threw the flag and said leg whipping defense number 7. So that's just interesting.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to say it just cause. And then the other thing was, is Sam Darnold good?
I think the Giants are bad.
Yeah, but Sam Darnold, 208 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. 3 rushes, 3 yards. Aaron Jones, 14 carries, 94 yards, a touchdown.
Look.
And 2 catches, 15 yards.
This is what happens with players like Sam Darnold.
Listen to this receiver's name on the Vikings. Johnny Munt.
Johnny Munt.
Munt.
No way.
M-U-N-D-T.
Oh.
Johnny Munt. Connor would love that.
But this...
Shout out Connor and Munt.
This is what happens, though, in my opinion, with quarterbacks like Sam Darnold. Was he a first overall pick?
He's a first round pick. I don't remember what
I'm
pick.
pretty sure he was number 1 overall.
Yeah, you keep talking. I'll look it up.
Players like that, they struggle. They don't find, you know what I mean? Like they don't find their home. Like they don't, they're not a Pro Bowler. They jump around. They jump around from team to team. But they get all this experience over that course where they actually become serviceable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, Sam Darnold, he's not going to blow you away, but he can win you a game.
Yeah, especially the weapons that Vikings team has.
Yes.
For sure.
So, that's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like Joe Flacco last year coming in. Even though Joe Flacco's like has a lot more experience, Super Bowl winner, blah, blah, blah. But
Ravens all-time leading passer.
yeah, Joe Flacco's great. Potential Hall of Famer.
I don't know about Hall of Fame.
Potential.
I don't think he has the stats to get Hall of Fame.
He played a lot. Played a lot
He
of years.
did. No, he's going to go in the Hall of Very Good. Some would even say
He did win a Super Bowl.
one of the questions in like middle school was always, is Joe Flacco elite? That was like the debate.
And yeah, you'd get 50-50 opinion on that.
You would. I would say no, he's not elite, but I'd say he's very good and he can win you games. Which is evident.
Sam Darnold had a good game today. I also do think that the Giants are really bad.
Yeah.
So
I think he would have done better than J.J. McCarthy at any point ever.
well, he's a rookie.
Yeah, he is. He is in fact a rookie.
Look at stats alone, you'd be like, oh my gosh, Sam Darnold's so much better than Caleb Williams. But
yeah, I guess that's a good point.
it's
I mean, but when you're a rookie, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right. That
you're
is a
right.
good point. Yeah.
Daniel Jones, aka Daniel Dimes, had 2 picks.
Worst contract in NFL.
Besides Dak Prescott.
Who has the worst contract in the NFL? Actually, I think it has to be Daniel Jones. Worst contract.
Or Deshaun Watson.
Oh, that is a bad one. That is a bad contract.
That has done nothing yet.
Half of that's getting paid out to random masseuses in Houston, Texas.
Yes, I think it's between Daniel Jones. I think, yeah, it's a close one.
Daniel Jones is making $40 million a year.
He stinks.
Yes, he does.
He's not good.
You know what? At least I get Dak got paid a lot of money, but the thing is, for the stats he puts up and the places he gets his team at the end of the season, it kind of makes sense. But if you're making that much, that's the contract territory where you need to start winning playoff games. So yeah. But
that wraps up the NFL recap.
What about award predictions, really quick?
Award predictions,
Yeah, why not?
like DPOI,
Yeah, we'll start MVP.
MVP,
I swear to God.
Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson.
You mean serious?
Yeah, I think he can win
Why?
it again. I just think I like.
This is crazy.
I don't. I think Lamar could do it again.
I think Saquon could get it if he stays
It's not
healthy
going to
and
be a
plays.
quarter. It's not going to be a running back.
Dude, it needs to be. I'm tired
It's
of a
not.
quarterback winning every year.
Like
Lamar Jackson did not have a better season than Christian McCaffrey.
I
Argue
know,
with the
but
wall.
it's a quarterback award, man. It sucks. It just is what it is. When's the last time a non-quarterback won?
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. So same with the Heisman. It's a quarterback award. But I think Lamar could win it again this year. You know who might be a big sleeper for me? Big sleeper.
Sleeper for MVP pick.
Sleeper MVP pick. He was in the conversation a little bit last year. Senor Brock Purdy.
I thought you were going to say Josh Allen.
I'm going to say Brock Purdy. I think if Brock Purdy continues to grow, build on his season last year.
Yeah.
The way he works in that system is perfect.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think he's a sleeper candidate.
I just don't think he's going to have a better season than McCaffrey.
But McCaffrey,
As good as he is.
But
Purdy.
Okay, but as I just said, it's going to be a quarterback. So pick
Yeah.
a quarterback. Who do you think?
That's why I'm going to pick Dak Prescott. He should have won it last year, but he didn't. So he's going to come back with one hell of a season,
And
get
a
the
whole lot
Cowboys
of
in the
money.
playoffs, and he's going to get home his first MVP award.
Mm-hmm. And then he'll be at home on the couch after the wild card weekend.
All right, here's the running back award. Who's going to win Offensive Player of the Year now?
Offensive player.
Offensive Player of the Year. I will say Saquon if he stays healthy.
But that goes for anybody though. Stay healthy.
Yeah,
It goes
but-
for Dak, it goes for Lamar, it goes for any player.
Well, yeah, but there's a little bit more of oomph when I say stay healthy when you're a guy who gets hurt every year.
I don't think he got hurt. I think he played almost all last year.
Now he had a few injuries.
I think he played majority of the games though.
Yeah, he did.
Um,
But for awards, the more you
Mhm.
play, the better. McCaffrey won it last year, I believe.
yeah, it's gonna be. I don't know. Tyreek Hill.
Oh yeah, that could It's a toss up. Okay,
It's a toss.
like Offensive Player of the Year.
It could be Reek.
We have to say a name though, so we could review this end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Trying to think.
you know what? I'll say Saquon for Offensive Player of the Year.
I'll say Tyreek Hill.
I can respect that.
Yeah, I'll say Tyreek.
So now we got Defensive Player of the Year.
TJ Watt.
TJ Watt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of inclined to say, I don't know. I watched Myles Garrett and
Parsons.
Micah Parsons go at it today. Hey, knock it off. You're being bad.
No.
I watched Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons go at it. Myles Garrett had a sack, but Micah Parsons, I think he had 1.5 or 2 sacks. He had an insane play where he jumped up, tipped a pass, and it got picked off by a linebacker. Micah Parsons had almost 10 quarterback. Like, he was just
Micah
bullying
Parsons-
Deshaun Watson.
Micah Parsons is insane. He would be my pick for like NFC. But I think TJ Watt could beat him out for it.
Yeah, TJ Watt's good.
He's so good.
It's funny. It's a sack award when it comes to defensive player of the year.
But like Parsons, like literally changed. Like both of those guys, they're just game changers. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah, game
it
record.
takes a whole element out of your game when you have to have your running back throwing chip blocks every single time.
Yeah.
Or your tight end. Like it takes out a whole element of your offense.
Well, an element of the game that TJ Watt and Micah Parsons add that, for instance, Myles Garrett doesn't. There was a play today where Micah basically disguised himself blitz, took 3 steps forward, ran, dropped into coverage, locked the guy that he was looking for on like a check throw, stopped it, and it led to a sack.
Mhm.
So TJ Watt does the same, where they can get in coverage, they make play. TJ Watt's better in coverage than Parsons. I don't even think that's
Parsons,
a question.
no, it's not.
Yeah, but Parsons is serviceable as just drop in middle of the field patrol. So, I think it's a fair thing to say Micah Parsons could win it, but I
think
can't
he
say
could.
TJ Watt.
I think Parsons could.
Who knows?
definitely-
Myles Garrett could even have
He could win it again.
16 more great games, and then you never know.
No, you never know. Nick Bosa.
Yeah, Nick Bosa. I always forget about Nick Bosa. I don't know why. He's so good.
He's so good. Aiden Hutchinson could potentially get in there and get in that conversation. I mean, he's awesome too.
It's a
Man.
late hit.
He's grabbing his ankle.
Who?
Staff Daddy.
Ooh, he got clipped in the Achilles. Not good.
Oh, he's good. Stafford is a tough guy. Stafford is a tough guy.
That guy would play with like broken ribs.
Oh no.
That guy doesn't.
Puka went off the field.
He'll be fine. Just give him play.
I hope so.
Let's see this fourth down real quick before.
Wow, they're really going for it. Bro.
Toughy.
Wow, I don't know how I feel about that.
Going
Fourth
for it
and 4.
on opponent's 20.
Yeah,
I like it.
but
They
okay.
have bad field. They don't have good field position if you don't get it.
But they
Blue,
also,
stop.
They also got
Stop
0
it.
points. Blue. They also got 0 points.
Yeah, I guess you're
So-
right.
4th and 1. Yeah, I'm all about it.
What about offensive rookie of the year? I think we're gonna have the same pick.
Yes,
I'm gonna say Caleb.
I'm gonna say
He
Caleb
looked so comfortable today, but he just needed to clean a few things up. You got the rust off, whatever. I think he is going to play best. He's going to have a good
Go lock
team.
him.
Potentially leads him to the playoffs. I
Yeah.
think he could be in that conversation, rookie of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So
He will be in that conversation.
What about defensive rookie of the year?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that is a very tough one.
'Cause, like, I don't just have like names off the dome. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Maybe
saying.
Dallas Turner.
I don't know if I feel comfortable enough giving a defensive rookie of the year pick. My bag is not that deep on defensive rookies.
I know. I'm gonna say Dallas Turner. I think.
Let me take a little peek. Dallas Turner's not a bad pick, though. Yeah, this was a very offensive-oriented draft.
Oh yeah, very.
There wasn't
quarterback
even a
heavy
defensive player picked
till like 15.
till 15. Latu. Byron Murphy, I feel like could have a good chance for the Seahawks. Dallas Turner too, definitely. Chop Robinson, he's dog too.
Yeah, Quinyon Mitchell.
What about
Jared Verse? Who's playing on the Rams?
what about Cooper DeJean?
I mean, yeah, it's in my opinion, it's gonna be a rusher or a cornerback.
Yeah, a guy gets like 8 picks or something.
Cooper Jean could do it, but
Yeah.
but I think, like Quinyon Mitchell,
DB, yeah.
he's like they're both on the Eagles. I think he has a better shot of getting it than Cooper. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
Lot to look forward to.
Then I'd say, what about best kicker? Who's gonna win? I'm gonna go with my boy
Brandon Aubrey too.
I'm gonna go with my boy Brandon Aubrey. I don't even think the guy just kicks like he has effortless power.
Kaimi Fairbairn went crazy today too.
How many points?
Fantasy points.
Yeah, or just like I guess points.
He had
'Cause
3 field goals and a couple extra points.
Mhm.
So yeah, whatever. Kicker of the year. I don't really care about that.
Kickers are consistent. You just
That's
as
all
long as
you
you're
want.
hitting most of your
As long-
kicks. Yeah.
That's all you want. You want
Yes.
your guys to be consistent.
It's either you're consistent at kicking or you're just gonna get a bunch of death threats online.
There's nothing worse than being a fan of your team and just knowing that your kicker is not automatic. Like, dude, that's the worst.
Yeah, like Aubrey, the guy goes up there and just
Like you have 99% faith that he's gonna do it. You know what I mean?
golf deep ball. Oof, that was too deep. Yeah, no, I'm very confident in Aubrey. Aubrey had like what was it, like almost 30 field goals
Same
in a
with,
row
like, for
before
me,
his
like,
first miss.
Cairo Santos on the Bears, like.
He's consistent.
He doesn't have like the leg like Aubrey does, like where he can make a 60-yarder, but like if it's 50 and in, like I'm feeling real good.
Yeah, Aubrey hit a 66-yarder, but
Yeah.
delay a game, so it didn't count. Literally with ease. They sent him out there for a 71-yarder, and then Cleveland called the timeout, and they're like, whatever, we're just going to throw Hail Mary. So,
That's pretty cool though. It's a big leg.
but I do believe that is our picks for NFL awards.
Correct.
Approaching the hour 10 mark right here.
Correct.
We got anything else we want to talk about, or is it time for the DAP?
It might be time for the DAP, but I think we're gonna sit back, enjoy a little bit of Sunday Night Football. Hope the Rams pull it out.
Are we going to enjoy the Cartavius?
Perhaps the Cartavius.
The Cartavius?
Cartavius Bigsby.
Cartavius Bigsby, I love that.
Um,
Name of the week.
Name of the week. Mount Rushmore of names. Congratulations, Cartavius.
Yeah.
Everyone have a great week. Enjoy your football.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
The fellas are dialed in. We're feeling good.
Yes. Yes, indeed. I have a golf trip coming up next weekend.
Oh, it's exciting.
Very exciting. I'm very excited.
I got. I'm moving up in the workforce.
He's moving up in the workforce. I'm going on a golf trip. Things are looking up.
They are.
Might get a pizza for dinner or something. Who knows?
Ooh. You never know.
Who knows?
Sci-Fi pizza.
You never know.
Yeah.
All right.
Dialed in. See the veins. I got the veins coming in.
He's been.
Creatine. It's
Taking
flowing
his
through my
creatine.
veins. Ripping hella workouts.
Yeah, I moved last week.
Oh, okay. I actually know somebody who could squat 275 pounds 8 times.
Me too.
Is he gonna be watching this?
I don't know.
Most likely not.
We'll get a video of it next time and prove it.
It's just not gonna happen.
No.
He lied. He's lied.
He's
He
lied.
lied for no reason.
He lied for no reason. You know who you are.
And you called him out.
I called him out. I was like, dude, no, you didn't.
He
You know
was
who you
actually,
are.
he was enemy of the week on one of these
He
episodes.
was enemy of the week.
Do you remember what he did?
What did he do?
We asked him. I said, "Hey, do you have this?" And he's like, "No. Vandry has it."
Oh, yes.
and I went and asked you, and you're like, "No, Kevin has it." And then he left the location and dipped.
Yes. I do remember
And
that.
only to throw it in the garbage at the end.
You're very naughty. You're very
He's a
naughty.
bad boy for that.
Very
I
naughty
couldn't
boy.
believe- I felt betrayed. I
In
was
fact,
like,
he's
wow.
at the game tonight in Detroit.
I hope he sees a loss.
I hope he sees lost too because he's a fraud. He's a fraud Bears fan.
He's not even a Lions fan. He's
Not
going to
even
the
a
Lions
Lions
home
fan.
opener today.
Not even a Lions fan.
Mm.
All right. Well, that about wraps it up, everybody.
Yeah, it's time for a nap.
Dappuccino. Ready? Get over the mic.
Yep.
Look at that.
Body stands up.
Nope.
Oh, yes. Dude, that was so crisp.